One is not born a woman, one becomes one. Women are made to be loved, not understood. Even if you understood women, you would never believe it. There are two ways to handle a woman, and nobody knows either of them. When a woman is openly bad, she is then at her best. A woman takes off her claim to respect along with her garments. A woman either loves or hates. There is no intermediate course with her. Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety. Woman is a calamity, but every house must have its curse. Anatomy is destiny. Till women are more rationally educated, the progress in human virtue and improvement in knowledge must receive continual checks. A woman is really only a man in petticoats, or if you like that a man is a woman without petticoats. Women exist in the main solely for the propagation of the species. It is not in giving life, but in risking life that man is raised above the animal. That is why superiority has been accorded in humanity not to the sex that brings forth, but to that which kills. Dissimulation is innate in woman, and almost as much a quality of the stupid as of the clever. Without women, the beginning of our life would be helpless, the middle devoid of pleasure, and the end of consolation. The generality of the male sex cannot yet tolerate the idea of living with an equal. God became a man, granted, the devil became a woman. There are only three things to be done with a woman. You can love her, suffer for her, or turn her into literature. I expect that woman will be the last thing civilized by man. Women like not only to conquer, but to be conquered. If civilization had been left in female hands, we would still be living in grass huts. A woman is always a fickle, unstable thing. Frailty, thy name is woman. The worker is the slave of capitalist society. The female worker is the slave of that slave. There is no female mind. The brain is not an organ of sex. As well speak of a female liver. A woman is a dish for the gods if the devil dress her not. The vaginal walls are quite insensitive in the great majority of females. There is no evidence that the vagina is ever the sole source of arousal, or even the primary source of erotic arousal in any female. The female of the species is more deadly than the male. Sweet is revenge, especially to women. Women and elephants never forget an injury. In her first passion, woman loves her lover. In all the others, all she loves is love. Very learned women are to be found in the same manner as female warriors, but they are seldom or never inventors. The great majority of neuroses in women have their origin in the marriage bed. A woman is occasionally quite a serviceable substitute for masturbation. It takes an abundance of imagination, to be sure. I think women are too valuable to be in combat. Women dress alike all over the world. They dress to be annoying to other women. Love lodged in a woman's breast is but a guest. Just about the time a woman thinks her job is done, she becomes a grandmother. Women are never disarmed by compliments. Men always are. That is the difference between the sexes. Women are smarter than men because they listen. Women are wiser than men because they know less and understand more. An intelligent woman is a woman with whom one can be as stupid as one wants. It takes a woman 20 years to make a man of her son, and another woman 20 minutes to make a fool of him. Women are too imaginative to have much power of reasoning. A woman's guess is much more accurate than a man's certainty. O woman, woman, when to ill thy mind is bent, all hell contains no fouler fiend. God created woman, and boredom did indeed cease from that moment, but many other things ceased as well. Woman was God's second mistake. Neither earth nor ocean produces a creature as savage and monstrous as woman. What is better than wisdom? Woman. And what is better than a good woman? Nothing. Heaven has no rage like love to hatred turned, nor hell a fury like a woman scorned. Without women, we stood in space on one leg only. These impossible women, how they do get around us. The poet was right, can't live with them or without them. O woman, perfect woman, what distraction was meant to mankind when thou wast made a devil. O woman, lovely woman, nature made thee to temper man. We had been brutes without you, angels are painted fair to look like you.